Assalamu alaikum students. Dear students, in our previous video we have learned about the evidences of evolution. Evidences of evolution. We learned the first evidence is morphological evidences. Morphological evidences. In morphological evidences, we learn that externally dog, sheep, fox shows similarity in their structure of mouth, structure of nostril and ear pinna, and thickly distributed hair. So this shows that they have a common ancestor. So this is a first evidence. After that we learn the second evidence, that is anatomical evidences. Anatomical evidences. You see, in our anatomical evidences, we learn that internal structure of bones and bony joints of human hand, cat's foreleg, forelimb of bat, means patagium of bat, and flipper of whale is similar. So this shows that they have a common ancestor. The third is paleontological evidence. Paleontology means study of fossils. To see remnants and impression of such organisms remains preserved under the ground. So this study shows that the vertebrates are evolved from a invertebrate. So this study of fossils is an important aspect of evolution. This study shows that vertebrates are evolved from a invertebrate. After that, the fourth evidence of evolution is vestigial organ. Vestigial organ. The vestigial organ means degenerated or underdeveloped useless organ of organism are called as vestigial organ. Such organ, though non-functional in certain organism, it may be functional in other. Some example of vestigial organ in human being is appendix, tailbone, wisdom teeth, body hairs. These are the vestigial organ of the human being. The next evidence of evolution is connecting link. The fifth evidence of evolution is connecting link. Connecting links. To see some plants and animals shows some morphological characters. Morphological character means external character by which they can be related to two different groups. Hence they are called as connecting links. So what are connecting links? To see some organisms show external structure that is similar to two different groups. Hence they are called as connecting links. Example, peripatus. Example is peripatus. To see in peripatus, characters like segmented body, thick cuticle. Cuticle means epidermis. Epidermis means outer layer of skin, and parapodia like organ are present. So this segmented body, thick cuticle, these are the characteristic of the Annelida. So they show the characteristic of Annelida. Similarly, these animals show tracheal respiration and open circulatory system similar to Arthropoda. Means they show the characteristic of two groups. मीस्टोफाइलम दैट इज नोन एज एनिलिडा एंड आर्थ्रोपोडा। इन्हें दोनों के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक दिखाते हैं, एनिलिडा के भी और आर्थ्रोपोडा के लिए। दिस दैट इज व्हाई दे आर नोन एज कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स। इसलिए पेरिपेटस को क्या बोलते हैं? कनेक्टिंग लिंक बिटवीन एनिलिडा एंड आर्थ्रोपोडा। सिमिलरली द सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल इज डक बिल प्लेटिपस। डक बिल्ड duck-billed platypus. Duck-billed platypus lay eggs like reptile. Reptiles are oviparous, means they lay egg. So this duck-bill lay egg like a reptile, means this is the characteristic of reptile. They show the characteristic like reptile, but shows relationship with mammals too, due to presence of mammary gland and hair. मैमल्स विविपेरस होते हैं, विविपेरस नहीं है, ओविपेरस है रेप्टाइल की तरह, लेकिन मैमरी ग्लैंड्स होते हैं जो मैमल्स में होते हैं। मैमरी ग्लैंड्स, वो मैमरी ग्लैंड्स और हेयर, ये वो दिखाते हैं कैरेक्टरिस्टिक मैमल्स की। दैट इज व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज कनेक्टिंग लिंक। रेप्टाइल और मैमल के बीच का कनेक्टिंग लिंक समझा जाता है इसको। तो दीज आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ मैमल्स। मैमरी ग्लैंड्स एंड हेयर्स आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ मैमल। दैट इज व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज कनेक्टिंग लिंक। द थर्ड एग्जाम्पल इज अ लंग फिश। In spite of being fish, this fish respires with the help of lung. Fish होने के बावजूद भी ये जो है lungs से respire करती है। तो see, lung fish perform respiration with lungs in spite of being fish. This example indicate that mammals are evolved from reptile and amphibians from fish. The next evidence is that this is the connecting link. Example of connecting link is peripatus, duck-billed platypus and lungfish. The sixth evidence and last evidence of evolution is embryological evidences. Embryological evidences. I will write here. The sixth evidence is embryological evidences. Embryological evidences. So this comparative studies of embryological development stages of various vertebrates shows that all embryos shows extreme similarity during initial stages. So observe the diagram. See the diagram. Observe this diagram 1.10. See the first stage. First stage is similar here. This comparative study of embryonic development stages of various vertebrates shows that all embryos show extreme similarity during initial stages. Now observe the first stage. Here there is a fish, salamander, tortoise, chicken, pig, cow, rabbit and man. In first stage there is a similarity in initial stages, in first stages, and those similarity decreases gradually in further stages. आगे second stage में थोड़े से variation दिखते, third stage में और change हो जाते हैं। फिश, salamander, tortoise, chicken, pig, cow, rabbit, man, ये first stage में इनके embryo जो है एकदम similar हो है। तो this similarity in initial stages indicate that common origin of all these animal. So this is the sixth evidence of evolution. So we learn the sixth evidence of evolution. The first is morphological evidences, the second is anatomical evidences, and third paleontological evidences, vestigial organ, connecting link, and embryological evidences. Next we will study about the Darwin's theory of natural selection. See the Darwin theory of see, Charles Darwin published the theory of natural selection, which preaches the survival of fittest. He had collected innumerable species of plants and animals. He published book on his observation. Its name was Origin of Species. While explaining his concept, Darwin says that all the organisms reproduce prolifically. Prolifically means profitably or fruitfully. All the organisms compete with each other in a life-threatening manner. In this competition, only those organisms sustain which show the modification essential for winning the competition. The fittest or the who show the modification, they can survive or they will perish, according to the Darwin's theory of natural selection. Natural selection also play important role because nature select only those organisms which are fit to live. The fittest will survive and the rest will perish. They will die. Only the fittest who shows modification essential for winning the competition, they will survive. The only fittest will survive and the rest, the weaker, will perish. Sustaining and selected organism can perform reproduction, and after that selection, the sustaining and selected organism, those are selected by nature, they will perform reproduction and thereby give rise to a new species. In this way, the species perpetuate यानी बढ़ती है species, फिर वो अपने जैसे reproduction से अपने जैसे organism जो है वो पैदा करते हैं with their own specific characters. यानी dog से dog, cat से cat, with their own specific character. So this sustaining and selected organism can perform reproduction and thereby give rise to the new species with their own specific characters. So today we have learned all the 6 evidence of evolution and Darwin's theory of